Hi everyone. I want to explain today about how much money I spent while I was in the World Mission Society Church of God. So this is my experience. This is how much I would spend per month, and then also per year on the church. So when I was a member of the church, I didn't actually make that much money because I couldn't get a good job since I could only work restricted hours due to church activities. So my income per month was only about $2,000 after taxes. As we know, the church requires us to pay tithes every time we receive our paycheck. So in a month, because tithe means 10%, so we would give the church 10% of our income. So 10% of $2,000 is $200 a month. So $200 a month I would give the church in tithe. In addition to tithe, there was the regular offering. So I would give $5 per Sabbath service. But it's important to note that there are 4 Sabbath services in a month, and each Sabbath service has 3 services. So each Saturday, I was giving $15. So $15 times 4 services or 4 Sabbath days a month equals $60 a month. So on top of tithing $200 a month, I was also giving $60 a month just for regular offerings because we were instructed to give offerings every service on Sabbath day. In addition to that, there's also the Zion offering, which was a monthly offering. We were told this offering is sent to Korea. Even though in many of the lawsuits against the church, they try to distinguish between the World Mission Society in America versus World Mission Society in Korea, right? We were told that our money was being sent to Korea and distributed among to help build new Zions around the world, or given to a church, given to one of our churches in a poor area to help them build something. So I was giving that $20 a month. In addition, we were all required to cook with our group. So on the Sabbath day, we would have 2 meals a day. So that's 8 meals a month. And each month, a group signed up for one of those meals. So there was about 120 active people in the church. So we were cooking for about 120 people. So at the time, I would give $30 to the group. Oftentimes, I paid more than that, but on average, it was about $30 a month. In addition to that, because as you can see, actually there was only 4 groups. There was male adult, young male adult, male adult, young adult male, adult female, and young adult male. There's only 4 groups, but there's 8 meals. So members would sign up by themselves to cook meals or group up with people. I would cook by myself or sometimes with others, and I would spend about $120 a month doing so. If I didn't sign up, the church overseer's wife would come up to me and ask me to sign up. Even though I said I didn't have money at the time, because as you can see, I didn't make a whole lot of money, right? They would still ask me to sign up and then ask somebody else to help me out. But oftentimes the other person helping me out, they were also having money issues as well. So I usually spend about $120 a month on that. The Elohist magazine, which is the church magazine, was $4 a month. Gas. I spent a lot of money in gas to go for preaching and to keep the services. So $60. So I spent about $60 in gas a week, which was $240 a month. In addition, every month we had a seminar, right? And we were split up into categories. I was usually with the children's group, and I spent about $100 a month on that. In addition, there was construction for church items. Or construction and then items for the church. So construction could include building a wall, fixing something that needed to be fixed. We replaced all the flooring from carpet to tile, painted the walls, made signs for each room. And then items for the church are replacing all the picture frames. I spent about $20 a month doing that because there was always something that was going on. So I spent about $20 a month. So in 1 month, I spent about $794. So keep in mind that that's not including the feast offerings. So there are 7 feasts a year. There's 7 feasts of God, but there's more than 7 feasts. There's about 9 where we pay money, where we give an offering. So I would put in about $100 a feast, which is about $800 a year. The only one I didn't put in about 100 for and put in about 20, which I didn't include here, was the second Passover. So I spent about $800 a year for feast offerings, and then gas for the feast, because every single day during the feast, and the autumn feast and the spring feast, we had to be there 5 a.m. and either 7:30 p.m. or 8 p.m. So it was a lot of money in gas. So I spent for the autumn feast, where it was about 2.5 weeks split up. In like September or October, I spent about $300 in gas, and then the spring feast, which is 10 days, I spent about $150 in gas. So how much money I spent per month was $794, which 794 divided by the $2,000 I would receive for an income, that's 40% of my income I was giving to the church. That's not including my rent. That's not including just basic living expenses. That's 40% of my income went to the church. And then how much I spent per year, so 794 times 12 plus 800 plus 150 plus 300 equals $10,778 a year. So that's how much money I was giving to the church a year. So you may say, oh, I chose to give that much money. Actually, the thing is you don't really choose this. You have to give tithes. If you don't, you have to give tithes, right? If you don't give tithes, you can't go to Korea to meet God the Mother. You can't participate in preaching practice. You can't learn the subjects. If you don't give regular offering or Zion offering, you're looked bad upon. And if you don't cook, cook with your group, you look like you're not participating. If I don't cook, I would have been signed up anyways. Elohist magazine I could have done without, but that's only $4 a month. Gas for preaching a service, can't do that, because if I didn't go preaching, if I didn't keep the service, I was seen as lazy. And I also wouldn't have been able to go see God the Mother in Korea. I wouldn't have been able to participate in many church activities, and I would have seen as somebody who was lazy. Seminar, same. If I didn't help participate, I was seen as someone that was lazy and not wanting to participate with church members. And then construction, same situation. If I didn't participate in this, one time actually, the members weren't giving enough money to replace all the picture frames. So one member went to each group and held up a picture of the tiles in the LA church and said that she paid single-handedly for one of those tiles, and she helped build Zion that way. So we should feel it is an honor to help, build up the church. But the thing is we all have low wage paying jobs, and when 40% of my income every month is going to the church, I don't have a whole lot of money left over. So I just want to, so this is how much I spent in the World Mission Society Church of God every month and every year. So this is not unique. So I just wanted to give you a taste of, if you want to stay a member of this church, this is about how much money you can expect to pay every month. So thank you. Have a good day. Bye.